ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dallas Cowboys. How about them boys? Yeah, that's the theme song I could not play because fuckers are taking too long to convert. That's a great way to start the live stream, cursing. All right, welcome to everybody to the show. Welcome to J Sports. Yeah, buddy. We got Washington week on our show, baby. We got our good friend Oski Montiel on the show. He's the host of RTS or RTS with Oscar or Real Talk Sports with Oscar Montiel or Real Talk Sports with Oscar or RTS with Oscar Montiel. I'm just listing all 16 names. You know what Oscar Montiel has in common with Ron Rivera? He's got a carousel of names just like Ron Rivera. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Washington week. Please welcome our guest to the show, a friend of the show, Oscar Montiel. What up, Oscar?
What's up, good? It's good.
It's good. Are you ready for Washington or Dallas week on your channel?
Yeah. Curious to see what Sam Howell does. Debut.
You think it's gonna be Sam Howell? We're gonna discuss.
No, it's already official. It's Sam Howell.
Oh, it's already official. Okay, did someone wake Ron up to tell him?
Probably.
We're picking Sam Howell. Yeah, because Carson Wentz threw an interception, two of them. Okay. I'm not gonna. We're gonna go over a lot of things. What do we got coming up? We're gonna give an update on Bill Hamlin. We're going to talk Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. We're gonna talk both teams' coaching problems. We're gonna talk the offense and defensive lines for both teams. What's gonna go on? All of that. Talking receiving cores, ground game, quarterbacks, tackles, corner, all of that, corners, defensive backs, safeties like Damar Hamlin. Did I say Bill Hamlin in the beginning? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, so I keep making a mistake. It's Damar Hamlin. Forgive me. The Bills safety, Damar Hamlin. And then we're going to be talking, is Derek Carr done with the Raiders? Is he done? And then we're going to be talking the playoffs. What's the playoff picture look like? So, before we continue, please, before I go on, make sure you like, comment, share, and sub to this channel. Please, give us both on our channels the subs. We could really use the help. Our political channel, Get the Memo, is growing, baby! It's now at 81.
Yeah!
Woo! Finally! After 2 years.
No, unfortunately for your sports channel, which who would have thought that your sports channel would have been the
28.
weaker.
It's only at 28, so y'all need to work, baby. Come on, please. In all seriousness, please give us that sub. Like this video so the algorithm sees us more. I'm copying Oscar here. Write a comment on everything that we're going to discuss, all that we're going to talk about. Write in the chat if you want, and press the post notification bell on my channel for the Cowboys, the Golden Knights, and the Dodgers, if they deserve it. And on Oscar's channel, only press the post notification for Real Madrid and World Cup content, and Champions League and all that. And if it's possible, if it gives you the option, only press some notifications for the Commanders.
I'm surprised you're all chirpy with what happened to your Dodgers again? Please remind me.
What happened to my what?
Dodgers. Please remind me.
That's why I said if they deserve it, because they don't.
What's going on with your leaguers? What's going on with your Golden Knights right now?
They are beating teams as far as I'm concerned.
But how far are they gonna go?
I see the Golden Knights going to probably the divisional round.
Again, I don't know what that is in hockey sense.
It's like football.
You guys have weird names for your things.
No. It's the wild card, the division, the conference final,
But isn't like it Stanley something?
The Stanley Cup final.
That's the final, but like
they're not going to the Stanley Cup final. I'm saying this on this channel right now. Okay. But so anyway, yeah, only do that for Oscar's channel. Also, for PayPal, let's get into the Damar Hamlin, not Bill Hamlin. Why do I call him that? Since the beginning. Damar Hamlin, 2 years ago, started a GoFundMe for a toy drive he wants to support. It was the goal was $2,500. The last time I looked at looked at it, 180,000 people had donated to the GoFundMe, raising over $5 million, at least $5 million or over. So our announcement here on the live stream, we announced it last night in our uh, Bills Damar Hamlin video, an update. Any money, any and all money, all of it that is sent to the channel, even if it's $1, will be going to the Damar Hamlin GoFundMe page to support his toy drive. So support us on PayPal if you can, because in turn, for the entire month of January, even if the situation is fixed by next week and Damar Hamlin's back on the field in 2 weeks, I don't care. We're still going to support him throughout the entire month of January. So whatever you can give, even if it's $1.50, please give what you can. Everything is for a good cause this month. Uh, you know, we're going to be supporting Damar Hamlin's toy drive. And if there's a charity of your guys' choice, either sports or foundation or anything, we will give proceeds of all of our donations to that charity. Just list it down below. And if no one else lists a charity, we'll pick that charity. And if you want to come on the channel and talk about it, you can, or we will do the research for you. So an update on Damar Hamlin. I just checked 2 hours ago with Max Kellerman on ESPN. Damar Hamlin is still in critical condition, sedated. He is on 50% oxygen on the ventilator, 50% on his own. It's probably gone up a little more since last night, so that is very good news. But he still remains in intensive care, in the intensive care unit, the ICU, while his healthcare team figures things out. His family spokesperson, Jordan Rudy, said that the doctors pointed to the fact that things are going up for him and that he's slowly improving. So we are grateful and happy that it didn't end tragically and that Damar Hamlin is making a very safe recovery, and or at least getting back to better health, and hopefully he makes a more safe and a good recovery. The league doctor, chief medical officer said, hey, we had the right team with the right people, with the right equipment, right trainers at the right time. And they did the CPR on the field for over 9 or 10 minutes. He was on the field for 16 minutes after he went down. I watched the game. It was absolutely disturbing to watch. I've seen a lot of players with really bad injuries, but a lot of times teams are giving the thumbs up, continue, it's all good, we'll take him to the locker room. This was no joke. Ambulance on the field, CPR, players crying, hugging each other. Nobody was playing that game. Skip Bayless's tweet was absolutely tasteless, tone deaf, and awful and stupid and disturbing.
Can you share that? Can you share that? It should be a link.
It should be a link. I try and get it because it's somewhere in my messages where you sent it yesterday, so I'd have to go look at it. But Oscar, I mean, this is a very difficult situation, right? And it was very emotional. Have you seen the part where he went down and the aftermath?
Yeah, no, dude, like that was like, even if I didn't witness it, dude, that was eerie. Like that was crazy, dude. Like,
yeah, I mean, you've watched the
because here's the thing, like we've seen injuries happen where they are like, they take 15 minutes from the Tua Tagovailoa getting knocked out to when Alex Smith got
his leg
broken, like, and that was that they went to commercial break for like 20 minutes after that, like dude, like, but nothing compares to what happened there. Like, dude, that was bad. Like, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is
like, and even if, and they had to change it up on the fly. And dude, I've never seen something been repeated throughout like 4 hours. And I stuck with ESPN because the NFL Network was broadcasting. I don't know what they were broadcasting. So ESPN, um they had to go from whenever the game ended, like what, 9 p.m. or whatever, when the situation happened. I watched it up until I think it was like 1 a.m. my time.
Mhm.
Like, dude, that was like 4 hours. Like, and they were, and it was just I don't know what the dude's name is, but I know Ryan Clark was on there. It was just them two talking about it along with Adam Schefter. Like, dude, like I gotta give props to them. They Ryan Clark tried his best at try to keep it at a not a player's standpoint or game standpoint, but more of a family, like, we're family, like, because a lot of the NFL at the time was this close to saying, okay, resume, when it
Right.
took it took leader among men like Brian, not Brian Daboll, the Bills head coach, Sean McDermott. I was thinking about the Giants head coach, but no, Sean McDermott and Zach Taylor to both stand up and saying we're not playing. Like,
Yeah. Because they were given 5 minutes to warm up, and nobody was on the field to warm up. Nobody was there. It was such a difficult situation to watch real live. I was taking down notes, just what's going on, so we could talk about it. And I was just going to talk about it as a regular game. It was a very good game. Um, Cincinnati was driving the ball very well. They kept the Buffalo Bills to a field goal. And I was going to go into all of that, and we were going to debate it, but I mean, just that it was so traumatic. I suffered an anxiety attack. I almost suffered a panic attack. It was. You've watched the NFL forever. Um, I have too, and I've never seen this.
mm-mm.
I've never seen this. So we have Skip Bayless's tweet on the screen, by the way. Now I'll read it out loud. So okay, so let me get my braille display because apparently this bitch wants to not let me read it the other way. So hold on a second. Um, while I do this, so Skip Bayless, I'm sure all of you can see it on the screen, but I'll read it anyway. He loves sports, and we all love sports. We enjoy it. We enjoy our heroes playing, but at the end of the day, these guys are human beings. And his tweet was absolutely ridiculous. It was shitty. It was heartless. Um, so he said, no doubt, no doubt, the NFL is considering uh postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I get it, you like sports, you ass. I get it, it's your number one thing, but these are human beings.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder, can I get other? See, let's see some of the. Oh wait, why is it doing that? It won't let me. Stop, stop, stop. Um, let me see if I can get this. It's like it keeps jumping.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm already pissed off as it is. Like, I'm not a big fan of Skip Bayless as it is. But
this just makes it.
this makes it even more, like, more of a dude, like, more of a, I don't want to tune into Undisputed anymore. Like, I really don't care. Like,
Well, and that's a lot of. We'll get into that when we talk when we show this clip.
but bro, like,
So one guy said,
Damar,
and risk having more injuries the following week sounds like a bad idea, which that is very true. I mean, you really don't want that.
I mean, and here's the thing: you also got to think of what other players are thinking. Like, they're probably like, dang, like that could be me, right? That could have been me or something.
Right.
Like,
Like, what if
and
I
and
went through that?
and I gotta give props, the NFL, as crappy as Roger Goodell is, and the player PA or whatever. Um, they've actually have made a change where there are actually team shrinks now available to talk to all staff. It doesn't have to be players. It could be coaches, trainers, manager, anywhere in the organizations. So that way, they can get through this. So, because man, like players, not just the Buffalo Bills and not just the Bengals, are probably thinking of, man, like this is wild. Like I don't want to step on a field. And everyone around the NFL are feeling that.
Yeah. Everyone's going, look, we need to do something. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, football's becoming a pussy's game. It's becoming too soft. Look, I kind of agree, but at the same time, those of us that are saying that are not out on the field getting hit in the face, getting hit in the chest, getting head injuries, being tackled to the ground every week. And in practice, by the way.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we're not doing that. I don't think we have any right to be saying that. Now, someone said this is disgusting, which that's absolutely true. Someone else said, what is wrong with you? As you were talking, I was flashing other tweets across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder, can I read this tweet? Because I don't know that I like this tweet either. This is a reply. So this is okay, so no, this is to someone else. Um let's see. Um so we're not actually leaving this response up, right? I thought that was clearly guided by other people who didn't fully read the tweet either. Uh this Wait, you post a lot of do better. So do better. So either way, you could see across the screen Skip Bayless being totally trounced. Um, I'm just sad that this happened. I'm sad that this human being exists. I'm sad that everyone else but him was concerned for this young man. Was concerned, who's by the way a year younger than me.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, as YouTubers, we talk about players. Why didn't you make that play? Why didn't you do that? And yeah, we're gonna say that in the future, you know. But at the same time, we got to realize they're putting their bodies on the line. They're putting their health on the line. They're putting their lives on the line.
Yeah.
And I think that this taught us that more than anything. This taught us, man, these guys are really putting their lives on the line.
Yeah.
Um, so is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, not about
You
this.
know,
I mean, just get back. Hopefully, from what I'm hearing, Damar Hamlin's fighting, making progress. Get better.
yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chat. And I want everyone to put this in the chat. Go post it on Twitter. See, will it let me? See, we'll say hashtag Hamlin Strong. So make sure you guys post hashtag Hamlin Strong, HAMLINSTRONG. Make sure you guys post that. Let's show Damar Hamlin our support. Let's show him exactly, how everyone feels. We hope that this guy makes a great recovery. It doesn't matter if they play this game. I want to know what's going to happen, right? Like, there's no playoff decided, right? Like if there's no, right? But that
That's
doesn't matter.
secondary. That's secondary.
That's secondary. Nobody should worry about that. I feel bad for bringing it up. I'm just saying I am curious, but I'm more into will Damar Hamlin make a great recovery, and at least make it out of that hospital and be able to be home recovering with his family. And so if we have, I need a break because I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead, play this Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It's the beginning of ESPN or Fox Sports. I used to think they were on ESPN's. So anyway, we're gonna play this Skip Bayless clip. Oscar and I are gonna mute our microphone and cameras. Him because he's not pretty. Anyway, and we're gonna kind of like take a little bit of a break and just come back. So here we go.
Undisputed. Good Wednesday morning, everybody, and welcome into Undisputed here on FS1. I'm Jen Hale. That is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Guys, good to see you. Shannon, I understand you have something you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation. So clearly, somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
As he continues his fight. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into our first topic. Let's talk a little NBA. The Lakers lost in Miami a week ago by 14 points and fell to 14-21, tied for their season worst record. After that game, LeBron said he didn't want to, quote, finish my career playing at this level. Since then, LeBron has scored over 40 points.
All right, hold on. Let me get this turned off.
The Lakers host the Heat tonight as 5-point underdogs. Shannon, do you expect LeBron to lead the Lakers to a big win this time?
I do expect him to, but because I don't expect them to have 26 turnovers. 26 turnovers that led to 31 points the last time.
All right. Oscar, are you back? Oscar, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Let me check the chat.
No one.
Yeah, no one. As always. Nobody in the fucking chat. All right. Let's get to the topics. I mean, what'd you think of that clip? I mean, that, like we were saying, I mean, you could see the tension. Skip just doesn't know how to shut his goddamn mouth.
He doesn't.
And I say that as someone who doesn't have filter, but I have empathy. I know when to not. You know what I mean? Like, I know when to say, okay, you know what? Let's let him talk. Let's do whatever. And the fact that he's so tone deaf after receiving all those replies, I don't know if he didn't check the replies.
Again, he doesn't check his. Dude, he didn't check his. He just tweets I think he stated it on an Undisputed once that he tweets, but he doesn't check his replies.
Yeah, and I really do think he should. Because, and I wonder if the Fox bosses said anything to him. If they did, because now I don't know that he should take the tweet down. And I'll tell you because I'm a free speech advocate. And I don't agree with censorship in any way, shape, or form. However,
no, I get that. Yeah.
However, if that's what football players want and football coaches and athletes worldwide, I find it difficult to ignore. And I think it's up to the person whether they want to take it down. I don't. So the fact that I think he would have said, hey, I just don't think he should have chimed in, period.
No.
And I think he should have just let him. And you could see that tension. And at first, Shannon Sharp, what really got to me was Shannon Sharp in the beginning said, I didn't want, I know I was in the studio yesterday, but I'm not going to get into speculation. Oh, by the way, I didn't want to get into his tweet. Now we realize why you were gone, right? This is what we speculated. You just confirmed it, Shannon. And yeah, he got mad. He got very, very upset. And he said, I can't even finish a monologue, which is absolutely true, as we were saying off the air, backstage. I've seen 1,000 clips. We see it every day, every morning, where Skip just interrupts him over and over. And they interrupt each other. But Shannon only does it when, hey, I got to make this quick point and then I'll let you finish. Skip it's very tasteless. And this is absolutely bizarre.
And this is a serious matter.
It's
not talking sports, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's a serious life matter. Like,
exactly. And I stand by my tweet. Okay. And someone said in the comments, it was just stupid, but someone said in the comments, hey, it's been a good run. Let's see if it'll come back next season. They were even complimenting Shannon Sharp. I should have kept it up to read the comments on it. But basically they were commenting, hey, man, Shannon Sharp, the integrity he has to just keep going. That's respect. It is.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if you put up with that, if he would have said that to you, I guarantee you, I'm out.
Oh,
I'm not coming back.
No,
I would have dropped my mic. I would have taken out the earpiece, dropped the mic, and said, "You can do the rest of the show if you're gonna you interrupted me, so you can carry on."
Even that whole, and you know what, that whole thing, you're nothing like Tom Brady. To talk about a guy's career like that, someone who I looked at 14, 15 years in the league, for his 4 or 5 years in college.
And it was a different time period.
It's a different time. Tom Brady was a teenager in the 90s. So
Tom Brady, and here's the thing: Shannon Sharp was closing out his career when Tom Brady wasn't even dude. Tom Brady wasn't a name until 2002 when Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I think he retired that year.
No, 2 years later.
Oh, okay.
So Shannon Sharp was crazy as he played against Brady. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure he played against Brady. It doesn't matter. You don't disrespect someone's Hall of Fame career like that. Shannon Sharp, there's a lot of players. There was a Steelers player that didn't get in the Hall of Fame until 40-some years later in 2021. Remember when Troy Aikman and Jimmy Johnson were in the Hall of Fame last year?
Mm-hmm.
There were players that were in the league 30, 45 years ago, 35 to 40 years ago, who hadn't been in the Hall of Fame until this year or last year. Shannon Sharp did it 7 years after he left.
Yeah.
That tells you something. And to just, I think it just started then, and I think Shannon is tired. I mean, someone said he's the reason the show's hanging on by a thread. I would love to see yesterday's ratings when Skip was doing it by himself. I'd love to see it. He's too stuck in his ways, and that's a lot of old people. They're too stuck in their ways. And I think Shannon should have his own show because he has a lot of respect for Skip, but I don't know when you can. someone said, look, when old people get older, they start losing their kind of like their intelligence a little bit, and they start just saying shit and they don't pay attention, and that's probably Skip Bayless. So aside from that, let's get into why we're really here. Both teams, Washington and Dallas, have a lot of problems with their coaches. Let's start with Dallas.
Problem with their coaches. Dallas problem with their coaches. Get out of here.
Well, they do. Mike McCarthy just stands there with his hands on in his pockets, going,
But y'all are winning.
"Oh, sure, I
Stop
get it.
complaining.
We are winning. I get it, Oscar. But how many mistakes, how many terrible play calls are him and Kellen Moore creating? Yeah, we're winning. Okay, fine. I give you that. But like, for example, you're going to third and forever. You're going to second and forever. You don't throw the ball effectively. You're running vertical routes when the game doesn't call for it at that moment. You're right, and who makes those calls? Yeah, the quarterback has something to do with it. But Dak Prescott's been on his game aside from his turnovers. It's Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore gets way too predictable.
See, this is where didn't I mention this on? I think it was on your channel and on my channel. Dak Prescott needs to become like an area. Stop with the nice guy act. Aaron Rodgers is a douchebag, and that's what Dak Prescott needs to be.
Well,
because
Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl ring. Dak doesn't.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, Mike McCarthy was like, Aaron, you're gonna do this, this, and this. The hell I am.
Well, at the same time, Dak also has Jerry Jones to listen to, and nobody can be on that team without listening to Jerry Jones, right? So, again, it's just these coaches. The problem with these coaches is terrible play calls. They don't even know when to make a challenge, the right challenge. They do it every once in a while, like this last game, or a couple games ago against the Eagles. But that's it. And Dan Quinn, his defense, something's going on. Because his formula works for the first few weeks. And then down the stretch, they're tired. Before it was, the offense isn't carrying them. That's why. The offense has carried this team.
Yeah, but
which is a change from the beginning.
But it's also Dak Prescott. Look at what's going on. Dak Prescott's interceptions. If the defense is constantly on the field, you expect them to get tired.
Sure. But even in the beginning of things, in the beginning of games, right? Now, if you want, we can take a look at one of his interceptions. Let me grab it. Because, look, Dak Prescott, yeah, he's going to throw those interceptions. But what about in the beginning of the game when they're not doing what they're supposed to either? What do you say there, right? And I get it. These are human beings, and they're tired. I understand that. Now, let me grab the link here. Let me skip these ads. Hold on, let me pause. I can show this whole clip. Oops. I wish it was easier to share our screen on this. Because, especially when I go link by link by link.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God. And it's. All right. So, the coaches are bad on my side. Before we get to this video here with Dak, let's continue with Dallas. Dak, that is the truth. Look, I don't know if it's Kellen Moore not helping him out. I don't know if it's Mike McCarthy's play calls. I don't know what it is.
We'll find out.
We'll have to find out. But the turnovers are a big concern.
Because I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but like if he plays poorly against Washington, Dude, you guys are setting yourself up for Tom Brady to take that.
Too much drip.
Oh,
And
hold
if
on.
your eats ever get stuck, we'll make it
Hello.
right with 3 months of $0 delivery fee.
Range at the
All right, here we
moment
go.
as Prescott retreats. Again, protecting. And meanwhile, another interception. Byard off to the races. He goes to the 40-yard
This is
line.
the Titans game.
Can they get close enough for a field goal attempt? Then can he get out of bounds? Meanwhile, staying inbounds is Burks. To the 8-yard line he goes, and now they stop the clock with 2 seconds.
His instincts take over,
Right,
and the clock is ticking,
I
right?
know.
He's trying to take it to the house, and they're all the way down to 2 seconds. If he stayed in bounds, that was miraculous that he's able to somehow stay in bounds here.
Watch again here. How close does he come to going out?
Is he?
No.
Oh,
Plenty of
what
green.
a job.
Meanwhile, there's the moment of truth now. He almost gets tripped. Hangs on. Meanwhile, you got a field goal attempt here. Chip shot. 29 yards coming up.
All right. So we saw that INT. And it is a serious matter when your quarterback keeps throwing those INT. And again, could it be the coaches not helping him out? There's a way to fix that. There is.
Here's
What
the
is
thing.
it though?
Well,
Right?
here's the thing. I feel like I don't know if it's Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, because they're very successful in running the ball. Don't give me the Zeke is not good by himself. Okay, elevate another running back. It doesn't matter as long as you have someone to complement Zeke. You're fine. Like, and I've seen it over Dallas Cowboy history, dude. When Ezekiel Elliott was suspended for 6 games back in 20, I think it was like what 17, 18,
Zeke?
whatever. Yeah, Ezekiel,
19.
19. Okay, they had a running back by committee when he was suspended, and they were successful.
Right.
So they need to have that backup or that second guy, and it doesn't have to be just Tony Pollard. It can be a third dude. That's what I miss about the old Dallas Cowboys under Jason Garrett.
Right.
Was they weren't it wasn't Zeke heavy. It was more of a running back by committee approach, which worked.
Right. Yeah, especially with that suspension. But even with when he came back, there were times, some games where they would pull him out and bring another RB to the field. There were those moments, and that was when Zeke was Zeke. That was when Zeke was,
But they don't want Dak Prescott to be game manager. They want him to be Tom Brady 2.0 or something. Like,
I don't know if that's what they want, but you can't be Tom Brady 2.0. Nobody can be Tom Brady 2.0. Especially when you have, again, our coaching staff on the taxi squad and the practice squad does not know how to fully develop our quarterbacks like the Packers do. Like, there was the other team that did. 49ers with Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. So, here's where the coaching and the play calls goes well. This is Dak Prescott throwing a good old dime to Dalton Schultz.
Prescott with plenty of time. Fires. Touchdown. Caught. Leaping grab by Dalton Schultz.
So, again, this is the Titans game.
Dalton Schultz. Terrific year. 7 catches tonight. And the TD here.
How about
but they're
Jason
not-
Peters?
they're not
Now, you
paying-
said he's
they're not
40
paying
years
him, bro.
old, 19 years, protecting
Dalton
that blind
Schultz?
side, clean
Yeah, they
pocket.
ain't
When
paying
you give
him.
number
They're paying him.
he's on a franchise tag, but they're not going to give him an extension.
No, I don't think they're going to give him an extension. He can sometimes block holes. He can sometimes block the sidelines. He can,
Which is
sometimes-
important for the run game.
which is important for the run game. But I said sometimes. Most of the time this year, he has not been able to do that. Against the Jags, he did it. We still lost that game. But again, he's got his moments. That was a moment right there. That was a moment. So my last comments on the coaching, my last comments on this O-line here is, look, Dak needs to fix those turnovers and get throws like we just looked at, where he throws that to Dalton Schultz, and we have a lead like that. What we can't have is a bunch of turnovers like we just showed you. What we can't have is running vertical screens when they're not needed,
Because here's the thing.
extending drives when they're not needed, and then you can run the ball 32 times. That's perfectly fine with me. As you said, you have to run the football, but if you're not running it effectively and you just keep running the ball and you end up with the same result, then and you end up with holes in your offense where the defense can easily get to your quarterback, especially with right tackles like I forget who the one injured tackle is.
Y'all get you're getting what's the dude's name?
Well, we have Tyron Smith. We have
yeah,
Zach
him.
Martin.
Yeah, isn't he back already?
He's been back. They have him at right tackle. Look, that's another thing. Why are you putting him at right tackle? He's more comfortable at left tackle. Put Zach Martin at right tackle.
Because
Zach Martin's at left guard.
Because Tyler Smith is there, and that's where Tyler Smith is actually better. Probably, most likely. I don't know.
No, because he's still penalized every time. Now, the one thing I will say about the Cowboys is their penalties have been less as of late. Last couple games or so, penalties have been below 5, which I appreciate. That'll keep you from losing a game. Can they keep that up? So there's a bunch of questions I have. Is can they fix that O-line performance on with the offensive coordinators, and can Mike McCarthy make the right calls?
Yeah, unfortunately,
especially because if Dan Quinn's defense is not doing very well, it's probably because of Dak's turnovers.
Again, I guarantee. Unfortunately, I would say that Washington is a get-right game, but since Washington really does not care anymore, get ready for the Cowboys. Hey,
let's talk about your coaches.
Again, like I said, dude, it's the Commanders' effect, bro. Whenever they lose an important game, either the second game, the penultimate game, or the penultimate game where they actually get knocked out, they just don't care. They don't really that happened to the Eagles game back in 2019. That happened, right. Or 2018, whenever that was. God dang. I can't believe we're in 2023, dude.
I don't know. What I do know is this.
I lost my concept of time now. 2023, bro. I'm thinking we're in 2022.
Right. So what I'll say is this. Your team, your coaches, with Scott Turner, with Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, all of those guys, they made really bad decisions. You guys had talent on your team. Let's have Chase Young came in late, but you got Montez Sweat.
Well, here's the thing. That's why I think I'm upset with the way that this season ended. Dude, all that talent. Let's forget about the quarterback for a second. Take out the quarterback. All that talent, and you can't get to the playoffs. I feel for those dudes, like the Terry McLaurins, who won't get to showcase his abilities in the playoffs. He's able to show the abilities in the regular season.
Right.
But because of the way that this team is run, they're not going to be able to show it in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Robinson, who we were talking about. My goodness, now you got me blanking on his name. Man, this is not good.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, we're talking about the dude earlier.
Montez Sweat? Chase Young?
No, the dude earlier. The safety.
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin. We're talking about Damar Hamlin earlier. Brian Robinson almost was killed also. And he comes back. Busts his ass off. Dude, tell me one dude that is able to get shot in the leg.
Right.
Near death, and is able to come back within a month, and he looks good.
The rest of us would have been like, "Yeah, boss, I'm out for the year." Yeah.
That team,
and they have
the talent, but they didn't have the quarterback, which really annoyed me because Ron Rivera. This was And I look back at his old press conference where he's like, "Oh, our third year. Watch us get the third year right. It's a 3-year process, dude. It's your third year, and you're still a 7-win team."
Did he even get you? You guys got to the playoffs in 20, right? 2020.
Yeah, but that was still a losing season.
It was still a losing season, and again, it's because he picks these guys that he's used to, and they're not very good. Especially, you signed Carson Wentz, who the Colts were so excited to get rid of. They're like, I don't even care if you pay us, just let him go. And it's just like I just can't imagine. So here's how stupid Ron Rivera is. Now, look, you call him Riverboat Ron. What else do you call him?
I call him Riverboat Ron. I don't call him Riverboat Ron.
You literally call him Riverboat Ron on your channel.
I say sarcastically. I don't call him that.
Oh, but what other names do you say sarcastically? There were a couple others.
Sinking Boat Ron. Old.
He is old. Alexa, how old is Ron Rivera?
He's like 60.
Rivers, not Rivers.
Alexa, how old is Ron Rivera?
Ron Rivers is 51 years old.
What the heck? Okay. How old is Ron Rivera?
Ron Rivera is 60 years old.
Yeah, I was right. 60.
50 years old. Yeah. Ron Rivers. 10 years older, Alexa. 10. All right. Anyway. Let's take a drink to Ron Rivers. I bet you Ron Rivers, since he's younger, would make a better coach. Anyway.
Whoever Ron Rivers is.
Whoever he is, let's bring him on, since Amazon thinks that's who it is. Look, it's just sad to see. You got Montez Sweat, you got Chase Young, you got
and you got these guys when they're still young, and
they're still very young,
and some of them aren't even in their prime yet. Like,
nope. And all you're doing is you're wasting their time because they got quarterbacks that get booed on their second INT. You got Taylor Heineke, who, okay, fine, he's okay. He's better than Carson Wentz, but he's still Taylor Heineke. He's going to do what Taylor Heineke does. I mean, the fact that you go anyway. So I think this is exactly why your coach makes decisions. He's out of his mind. Watch.
To clarify, you said you would talk about quarterback next week. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings, then you guys are eliminated.
Oh, well, let's watch that.
To clarify, you said you would talk about quarterback next week. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings, then you guys are eliminated.
Oh, shit. Oh. That's your coach?
Yes, that's the Commander's coach.
Oh my God. And then, wait, it gets better. Because now I usually do things to make fun of you, but it's sad to see all that talent. It's sad to see all that talent. And then Riverboat Ron doesn't use logic, doesn't use facts like wins and pass completion rates and QBR rating. That's Skip's favorite fact, by the way. He doesn't use anything but what Ron wants. And what happens is he makes decisions to get quarterbacks like Carson Wentz. Quarterbacks that do this.
Well, he's following McLaurin, and that's the direction that Wentz is looking. And there's Denzel Ward looking for the pick. He's got it.
Outside leverage, first of all.
My God.
Opportunity to get back toward the sideline if you run that route that way. And there he is, undercutting that, trying to force McLaurin into the middle of the football field. But that is just a poor decision by Carson Wentz.
Garrett Wentz, deep shot. Underthrown ball, and it's another Carson Wentz interception. This time, it's Grant Delpit. Back-to-back weeks with a pick for Delpit. His third of the year.
Listen to
Second
those
for Wentz,
boos.
and the boos rain down in Landover yet again. Well, he's following McClure.
Okay. So you get a guy who doesn't know that he's in Washington, doesn't know that he's at the Washington headquarters, doesn't know that he put his pants on the wrong way, and the media, someone had to fix it for him. His fly was down, his zipper, and he also didn't know that he could be eliminated. And he also signed guys like that throw 2 interceptions on 2 drives in the first half. In the first quarter, right? That was the first quarter.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was either the
first quarter.
Yeah,
It was the first quarter. So Ron Rivera signs guys like that. Guys who, 2017 Carson Wentz would have probably found his guy. He would have probably found McLaurin. But he didn't. Wide open. And that guy gets his pick. He picked it off. And that is just because Carson Wentz is just that. He overthrew that. And again, it's just so sad. And look, I don't like the Commanders. I think you're a terrible team. But I think this year has shown more than anything. You're a bad team because of your bad coach. It's not because the players.
No.
Most of the players on there put their hearts out there.
Dude, like, if you look at it. Okay, the first 4 games. Okay, I said what? I was like, we beat the Jaguars, and we lose three straight, especially if they're 2 of those were division games, whatever, right? The Titans were beatable, and looking at them now, I'm like, really? We lost to the Titans? We barely beat the Bears. When everyone can
the Bears let that get away, Justin.
Can put hands on them. And then you go on that win streak. And what I hate about Commanders fans is that they're like, oh, we're going to the playoffs after winning like close games. I'm like, no. I'm like,
they're like Cowboys fans.
You barely beat the Bears. You barely beat the Colts. You needed something magical to beat the Colts, first off. Second off, I don't know how you beat the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles are 13-3 now.
Dude, like you barely like. It was a challenge to literally beat down the Texans. You barely beat the Falcons. Like, man,
and that's the Falcons we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that Super Bowl,
Falcons are trash.
Yep.
Falcons are sad. But like, dude,
Very
like,
sad.
It's all the coaching, man. Like, and here we thought, because after Jay Gruden, you know, him not being a leader or whatever, at least their offense, we were like, we were never questioning their offense under Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
Because that was when, like, the offense was really good. We were questioning the defense.
Oh, yeah.
But,
like we question Naeem defending his balls or not, but. Oh! I mean, he needs a new defensive coordinator for his balls.
Oh!
Because his mom and his sisters are. His mom's a really great offensive coordinator for his balls. Okay.
All right. When was that comment made? Hold on. 54-0. Okay, so at the 54-minute mark, I gotta find that comment. Note to self.
Yeah. Man, his mom is coaching a great football team because or a basketball team or any hockey team, anything that involves a ball. She's a great offensive coordinator because Naeem loses his balls more than Carson Wentz can throw an interception.
Give me 1 second, dude.
Naeem,
I'll be right back.
Okay. We're waiting for Oscar Montiel. we are waiting for Oskovsky. Um,
Sorry, my brother was giving me something.
But
I like how I have a turn on and off mic.
you son of a bitch. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a cord for the Yeti Blue, and I'm just gonna use that at times.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have a question. Does your cord not go with the Yeti Blue? Are you sure?
I've tried it.
Because want to know why I ask?
Why?
Because my Yeti Blue, because I didn't because since you know how my mic came with like a bunch of like cords.
Yeah.
I didn't find the mic cord until much later, but my Yeti Blue cord sufficed.
Oh.
Until I found the cord.
All right. Well, because I tried it once because the Yeti Blue cord is shaped differently. So you know what? After this, I'm gonna try it. So anyway, yeah, I was saying that Naeem. I mean, he loses more balls than Carson Wentz can throw an interception in the first half.
Yeah.
With Naeem, there's no first half because there's no balls to play with in the second half.
Oh.
And the defense, it's basically Washington's defense is stronger. Texas defense is stronger because Naeem has no defense for his balls. So, I mean, a mentally unstable, ugly, and fat girl took.
You can't. You couldn't bring yourself to say it.
Say what?
That she was fat. You were struggling.
I said fat.
No, you were struggling though. You were paused.
A mentally unstable fat bitch. I'm sorry.
No, too late. Because you were slowing down and you were struggling to say it.
I said mentally unstable.
Have I taught you nothing?
Ugly. I'm slow sometimes when I insult fat people because I'm afraid they're gonna eat me. Oh.
I guess.
So anyway, yeah.
I guess I know how Emily feels when it's with you. Oh.
I guess I know how your sister feels when it's with you. Holy shit, I feel bad for her. So yeah, where were we?
I know, right? It's just... what were we talking about?
I wish we could go back. Anyways, let's end the coaching discussion by saying this. Look, you guys have all that talent. I know your thing is Dan Snyder as last act as owner should fire Ron Rivera. He should fire Jack Del Rio. He should fire Scott Turner.
It's not going to happen.
Well, if he even sells the team. So, you were saying how we wouldn't be questioning the offense. You weren't questioning the offense with Jay Gruden.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into how we question the defense of Niners balls.
We
don't question that offense. So, look, you guys just need a good coach. You guys have the talent. First off, you need a better stadium. You need a better owner.
You need a better everything.
You need a better everything. What did Tyler say? I mean, he made fun of you so hard on that. I loved it. Let's get into. Let's see. We got Derek Carr. We got the offense. Well, the thing I would say about the offensive line for Dallas is you got to fix that ground game. It's atrocious. You got to fix your game through your run game because the run game can be stopped. A lot of defensive players on a lot of teams this year, about 5 or 6 games that I've counted, have stopped Dallas's run game, and that's you got to be very careful. Micah on the defense, on the offense. Be careful with your tackles because your tackles keep getting hurt, and then Dak Prescott never gets protected, and then he feels the pressure. You guys got to keep him from feeling the pressure because then Dak throws wildly or throws out of bounds because he has to.
I guess we'll find out what my thing was to this game is this. I don't know what the motivation is, what the motivation level for this team is gonna be. Because again, they could just lay down and just say, okay, whatever. Like they don't.
Because you're out, right?
Yeah, and what they're probably thinking is, if we win another game, our draft positioning will be screwed. If we lose it, because if they finish like 7-9-1, I think they'll be picking like in the top 10 next year's draft.
Yeah.
So Who knows? But
and with Dallas, I mean, yes, it's capable that they can win the game, absolutely. But with mistakes like their ground game, mistakes like letting Dak get pressured, not protecting him there, it's a
the
problem.
battle that
And
you guys
also-
need to the battle that you guys need to have is you got to get out of there healthy. Period.
Yes, because you're most likely they're going to be playing their starters for this game, and they're not going to get a bye week. They're going to have to play in that wild card game like last year, and you can rest your starters. There's the double-edged sword. You can rest them for weeks 16 and 17, but what's going to happen in the wild card game when they haven't played for 2 weeks or longer, right? So that's
I mean,
problem.
and
Then you have
depending
the
on
other
what
part,
the
which is-
depending on what the NFL does us also for the game.
Well, they said that games are going as scheduled
for this week.
for this. Oh yeah, but again, here's the other part. If you don't rest them, then they're probably going to be too fatigued for that playoff game. Playoffs are no joke. It's like this energy takes over playoff energy, and it's teams change. Teams you didn't think would change, they change, and they become playoff caliber teams.
Like
And
who
that's
would have
what makes
thought?
it
Who would have thought that last year the 49ers would have made it as far as they did?
Right, with Jimmy G. Now with Brock Purdy, man. There's a reason I got 387 views on that short. So again, another problem I see is why are you throwing to Nashawn Wright, the second corner? They threw him 10 targets. He was targeted 10 times. Nobody's throwing to Trayvon Diggs. Nobody.
Because they're scared. It's called, dude, knowing where your biggest. The reason why they keep it away from Trayvon Diggs is because
he can get an interception.
He can get an interception. Nashawn Wright.
Nashawn Wright's good. Nashawn Wright's really good. And unfortunately, Jordan Lewis is still out. In center, Matt Farniak is still out. So we're struggling there because Tyler Biotish is still out. So center is a problem. You got to fix that because that's a very big key missing piece from your O-line. I need Micah Parsons to do something. He had that one-handed grab, that one-handed pick.
He's going to do something.
Which is nice. But he used to be all over the field, remember? He used to be everywhere.
I give him 2
middle
sacks.
linebacker, edge rusher. He used to be a passer, whatever they. Mike McCarthy could put him anywhere, and he did well. Now he's been quiet. Is it the injury, or is it something else? I'm hoping that now that they say he's getting better and it's not so bad, it's just a hand laceration, whatever. Hopefully he's better. So I need a lot of things to go right. I need Dak to not throw turnovers because then your defense has got to stay out there. Yeah. So
I give Micah Parsons 2 sacks this game.
2 sacks?
All I'm saying.
Sam Williams is a really good.
That too.
Yeah, I forget
good,
what.
Good compliment.
Sam Williams, he's a rookie. He was quiet, but he started coming out.
I think not the same thing, but I think the dude that they're gonna probably look at getting rid of next year is Oh my goodness, what's his name?
Probably
DeMarcus Lawrence. I think he's going to be on the chopping block.
Hank Lawrence.
The way that Sam Williams is playing, they're probably going to be like, we can pair him up with Micah Parsons. They're good. Like D-Law, thank you for your service, but you're too much money. Sam Williams is younger.
That's probably
not
true.
against the cap, but
that's probably true. You're right. They might just go, hey, you got to go. Because Sam Williams is popping off right now.
Yes.
Unlike Naeem's channel or his balls pop off all the time, but they don't come back.
It's kind of like no nonsense.
Oh. I bet you Randy Gregory regrets going to the Broncos.
No, actually, their defense is fine.
Their defense is fine, but because it's Randy Gregory is great.
Anyway,
again, still, Sam Williams is great, and you know who else is good? I like Jake Ferguson. Tight end. Yeah. Isn't Sam Williams a linebacker? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah. I forget who our defensive backs are. Oops.
Defensive backs. Let me see. It's Nashawn Wright,
mm-hmm.
Dean. What's the dude's name? Bland.
Deron Bland.
Deron
Bland's on his game too.
Jaron Curse.
He leaves the game and comes back. He's done that like 3 times.
If he stays healthy.
Yeah, he keeps leaving the game and coming back. I think he's doing it on purpose. I think he just wants to go drink something. That's what I would do. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm good. I'm just kidding. Well, I probably would, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I just need things to go right. And let's get to a big situation, which is Derek Raiders Carr. The Raiders benched Derek Carr. They say it was to avoid paying him $40 million. I'm going to come out and say this. Looking at all the Raiders fans be so sad is my favorite thing in the world. I could have the worst day ever. And if I see a Raiders fan crying, like when Tyler called me, he's like, you know what? I'm just not going to argue with you, man. I'm not in the mood.
Unfortunately, you can't share audio messages like that.
No. You know what I should do? I should turn them into MP3s and just let them be on StreamYard forever. And just as background music, you know? Tyler's tears. Why would you not want to pay your quarterback $40 million? The exact reason is you don't trust him. That's the reason you don't. That's the reason you don't pay him $40 million. It's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nothing else, right? Like if you trusted Derek Carr, you'd pay him that $40 million. And by the way, Jarrett Stidham came in, and they still lost. So Oscar made a great point. It's not just that, the Raiders' problem is Derek Carr. The Raiders' problem is that they're the Raiders.
Yep.
So, I mean, one, what do you think of this whole thing? But two, is Derek Carr going to Washington?
Oh, man. Wow.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think it would be that bad of Fly Eagles Fly yet. Now, if it was the other dude that's living in Tampa right now.
Oh, see.
That's when I've been like, okay, Fly Eagles Fly.
Fly Eagles Fly. Welcome to Oscar Montero, everybody. Look, the Eagles could win this game. Whoa, what am I watching?
Dude, imagine if it was... You'd be weird. You'd be like,
I'd be like, watch Oscar Montero. I don't. What do you cover again? I don't know what the he covers, but watch soccer. Oh man. Listen, Brady's not going to Washington because you guys have the talent, but he needs skilled managers and coaches and staff.
But I think he would be the douchebag to actually tell the coaches off.
He might.
I mean,
he will. Absolutely.
You saw what happened with BA.
Well,
he was not.
Absolutely.
He was like he was the reason why BA is not there.
Right. My thing is this: Tom Brady, he's not going to go to Washington for this simple reason. Yeah, he can tell off the coaches. Yeah, he can do exactly what you just said. I kind of forgot already. The biggest problem with Tom Brady is he's going to look at your team and go, no Super Bowl since this time. No winning record since this time.
Okay, but that's the same can apply for Tampa. Dude, Tampa, since 2000, whenever they won that Super Bowl, 2002, to whenever he got there, that was like, what, 18 years. And even before John Gruden got there, they were a dump. Like Tampa Bay is a sad franchise. And the thing that the reason why they think that they're shit is they got Tom Brady.
Yeah, and they got Gronkowski, and they got Julio, they got Evans, they got Godwin, they got Light,
but the thing is that those dudes, like the Mike Evans, like the Chris Godwins, didn't have a ring before Tom Brady got there.
That's right. Well, exactly. Right. And some of them were not there because they had Gronk too in 2020, right? Because my thing is, right, and they were called the Succaneers. I just don't see him. I don't know that he's going to see Washington as something he could fix, especially because the Buccaneers were willing. Now, is Dan Snyder willing to scramble and do whatever Tom Brady wants?
Most likely.
Because he didn't just go to the Buccaneers without his guys. So
I mean, he's got what everything that he wants, Washington has. They have, unless he really wants the names. But like for example, Antonio Gibson, basically can be a younger Leonard Fournette because
but Leonard Fournette doesn't fumble the ball like Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson didn't fumble this year.
Not this year, so I don't know if something got fixed. But if you look at his sample size,
they have a running back in Brian Robinson that they could use. The wide receiver, okay, they got Terry, Jahan Dotson, and Curtis Samuel. There you go, boom. Like, and especially if Tampa Bay, because the problem that Tampa Bay had was they didn't have someone that could create separation and speed. Washington has that, and Jahan Dotson, Terry, and Curtis, because those dudes can run.
Right, but what if Tom Brady comes in and says, "I'll join your team. You put all my guys in." Are they gonna? If he says, "I don't want Jahan Dotson, I don't want Curtis Samuel, I don't want who's the other guy?"
Then that would be the stupidest thing because if.
But if he puts in his guys, and he's seen as the GOAT, he knows what he's doing. He did it in Tampa Bay. He said, "Put in my guys," and they did. Don't you think that would Dan Snyder tell him, "Nah, dude, I got Robinson, I got Jahan Dotson."
Then again, with the New England, unfortunately for New England, because I would have said New England, but then New England basically all he brought over with him from New England was Gronk, and that was only for a year. Everyone else was already there at Tampa. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. But do you think Derek Carr? Is Derek Carr going to be wearing the Washington colors?
The only reason why I think there's a possibility of Derek Carr going to Washington is because of Jack Del Rio.
Right, and as you said this morning,
because Jack Del Rio again got the best out of him. Now years have passed.
Years have passed, and Jack Del Rio is not the same Jack Del Rio. By the way, when you say the name Jack Del Rio, I think of nachos. I don't know why. Don't even ask. But I think of nachos. It's stupid. I know, crazy. Here's the other problem, right?
You know what it probably is? It's probably you think of no
Cafe Rio.
Yeah, that.
No, I don't even think Cafe Rio. I just think a plate of nachos.
You know what I think? You know what I think of?
What?
Oh my goodness, there's like the tacos that they sell at freaking Costco or whatever.
Oh,
the Monterey Jack. I think of that.
Even though he's not really that good to be, compared with food, good food that is. Just you said it in your video this morning, right? Your last topic. Well, it's actually this. It was this. Yeah, he knows Jack Del Rio. Who cares? Like you just said, years have passed. It doesn't matter that he knows Jack Del Rio. You also have a quarterback with a failing record. Does Washington want to go down that route? Oh, but he's good. He went to Vegas and he had a good first season. What about his second season? Tyler tries to make the mistake of, we have the 30th worst defense. You also have a quarterback that got benched.
What about, yeah, exactly. Again, the NFL is, what have you done with me? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And
okay, fine. Your defense is a 30th worst defense. Why aren't you benching your defense? Why are you benching your quarterback? So now I don't see him with the Dallas. I do not see Jerry Jones getting rid of his boy Dak Prescott.
I don't see him. I don't think he's gonna get rid of like Dak Prescott, but he would be a quality backup. Dude, Derek Carr is a backup, and he would be a solid quality backup. He would be a nice backup. Because Dak Prescott is injury prone.
Yes, he is. 4 injuries in 3 years.
So if Derek Carr goes as a backup, you guys technically wouldn't miss a beat.
Well, except for those interceptions. Do I have that interception that he? Oh, hold on a second.
I think didn't I send you a link?
Yeah, you did. Well, so while I talk, look, if they do it, you're gonna love this. I'm not any game that he's playing. I'm not watching. I'm not kidding. You think I'm kidding?
Wait, what are you talking about?
if Derek Carr is a backup for the Cowboys.
So I guess for you is let's go Rams.
Hold on a second. What other team would I go for?
The Rams.
I'd go for the Chiefs.
They'll be close. They are closer to you.
So is Duncan, and he's sad. So
Yeah, but the Rams. The reason why they're not doing anything is because they had a boatload of injuries.
Well, they're one of their best receivers in Cooper and what's his name?
They had a lot of injuries, and they mortgaged their future of draft picks, and they didn't have like a lot of draft picks. So like
exactly. So I think they mismanaged their draft picks. I think had they kept the team together from last year, I think they would have been just fine. The Buccaneers in 2021, what did they do? Well, we did well last year. Why would we change? They made a couple little trades. Aside from that, they kept most of the team together.
Yeah.
Now, here, I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't want Derek Carr. Okay? One of the reasons I don't want... Oops, hold on. Won't let me, so I'm going to have to do this. So, this is the reason I don't want Derek Carr on the Cowboys.
Carr steps up over the middle. He's got Renfro, but he overshoots it, and it's intercepted by Sutton.
Yeah! Look at that.
Number 20, Colton Cameron Sutton.
Wow.
With the big pick.
That's incredible.
The third interception of Carr in the second half.
Well, it's not like that Prescott doesn't do that either, though.
Their timeouts left, but what a big play.
Look, Dak Prescott absolutely does, okay? But Dak Prescott's interceptions, it doesn't make it any better. It comes once every quarter or something. This dude had 2 interceptions in the first half.
But you're thinking. But here's the thing.
This would be 29 seconds to go.
But here's the thing. I'm saying this. He's not going to be your starter. He would be a backup.
Would he settle for a backup though?
He's going to have to.
Well, if that's what the Cowboys offer,
because if no one's going to take unless you're a Ron Rivera led Washington Commanders,
or
no one else is going to
want
the
Saints, maybe
the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about.
Because who do they have? They have what's his?
Yeah, but the Saints are in the position where they actually can draft a future quarterback in the draft.
The Colts, they need help.
Oh no, I think the Colts are done with that experiment, dude.
That's true.
The Colts, I think they're done getting those rentals after what happened.
What about those Texans over there?
Draft. They have the first overall pick, and they're gonna use that for Bryce. I think the dude's name is Bryce Young. I think.
Yeah, I heard that. A lot of people are going for Bryce Young. It all depends on who signs him.
It's gonna be Houston. Watch.
Watch them become relevant. I mean, hey, I know they're the worst team in the league, but let's give it to Houston. The only
team that actually doesn't deserve to be 1 in whatever they are right now, or 2 or whatever they are.
Yeah,
dude, they don't play. You notice the teams that actually deserve to be 2 and 15 or whatever they are. Dude, they easily had games that they could have won.
Yeah, and I mean they gave a lot of teams like the Cowboys a scare. And not only the Cowboys, who was it? Was it the Chiefs? No.
Yeah, it was the Chiefs.
It was the Chiefs. They gave them a scare too. Crazy. So I would go for the Chiefs if I was not So look, Derek Carr.
You would be on that Patrick Mahomes bandwagon, huh?
Oh yeah. I've always liked Patrick Mahomes. I rooted for the
more and more. I feel like he's overhyped.
He is, and I think that $50 million is too much money. Personally,
I mean, he plays up to it. Don't get me wrong.
He does.
It's not like Russell Wilson who doesn't play up to
Not
it.
in that Super Bowl though. Not was that 2021 Super Bowl? Remember?
Yeah, but like aside from that,
sure,
he's played up to it.
And that game with the Bills that year,
back to back championship games. Like,
so my point is this: Derek Carr, if he's gonna have to settle for being a backup, would the Cowboys tell Cooper Rush, "Hey, you're not gonna be our backup anymore," or Will Grier?
Will Grier is trash. I can never guarantee you Cooper Rush. Although I don't see it succeeding, I guarantee you he's gonna rub it in like maybe like other teams. Like he can tell other teams, "Hey, you know what I did when I was in Dallas," and they liked me in Dallas. Like everyone, they weren't talking about. They were like, "Oh well, we can't wait for Dak to come back." They were like, do we really want Dak back?" That's what Dallas did.
That's what they did. Everyone was doing it except for Skip Bayless, except for Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was like, "Yeah, you need Dak." I said we needed Dak because, I mean, look, Cooper Rush as a backup QB is decent. And he did go 5-1. But he just can't do certain things. They can't extend him like they can with Dak, unfortunately. Could they do that with Derek Carr? Maybe. Would you, if he went to Dallas, I see him as a number 3 backup or the number 2 backup. So it would go Cooper Rush, Derek Carr, Will Grier. What do you see him as? Do you see him above Rush?
Yes. Just because, again, Dak gets hurt, insert Derek Carr, you're not missing a beat.
You're not really missing a beat with Cooper Rush either.
That is true, but Cooper Rush doesn't throw like Dak and or Derek Carr does, and that's what.
But he's got that Raiders.
But that's what the Cowboys ultimately want. They want Dak to throw 40 to 50 times when, for some odd reason, that's what they want. I don't know why Dallas wants that. Like,
I don't know either. I'm a Dallas fan of that. I don't know. But do they have showers at Jerry World to blasters, water blasters to get the stench of the Raiders off of him? He's been there for a decade. Do they have that? I don't know. It's like a huge wave that hits him.
It's kind of like that. Did you ever watch Allegiant?
I think so.
Like the Divergent series movies.
I think I did. I know I watched Convergent.
Do you remember the like when they were like taking like the weird shower, like with like goop? Yeah, that's what Derek Carr needs to do at Dallas if he ends up going.
a bunch of different flavored soaps. Different scented soaps, candles, laundry detergent, the cleaning supplies. Like get Windex on his ass, get some Clorox, get some. You need to do everything to get that Raiders stench. God, I don't want him on my team. I'd rather him on your team so I can make fun of you.
Okay, so I have a question. How come the Amari Cooper thing did not apply? What
do you mean?
Amari Cooper was with the Raiders, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. No, what he did was he went into the ocean and he sank to the bottom for like 2 years in Narnia time. And he came back up and he smelled better.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what I heard. Oh, or I think he had a swimming pool and he just swam in it for like a year. And the entire offseason when he moved, he swam in it. And they it's like he took a giant bubble bath because they had to make him smell better. I mean, that's exactly what happened. I'm not kidding. And they gave up Amari Cooper, by the way. Amazing. 2 teams gave him up, and now he's running all over teams like Washington. All right, wait, we'll do score predictions at the end. Let's look at playoff pictures. Let's make this. What time is it?
Make this snappy. Okay, got it. Time me.
All right. So let's just do like 2 minutes.
All right. Let me see. So the Eagles and the 49ers and I guess Dallas, even though I don't think Dallas is going to be the number 1 seed. Dude, I looked at the playoff picture.
Mhm.
A lot of things has to go right for Dallas to get the number 1 seed. Anyway,
Tell me the playoff picture.
so right now, Eagles are number 1, 49ers are number 2, Vikings number 3, Buccaneers 4, Cowboys 5, Giants 6, and it's either going to be the Packers, Lions, or Seahawks, the number 7.
Ooh! Imagine if the Packers don't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but a lot of things need to go right for the Seahawks or the Lions to get into the playoffs. I honestly think that the Packers are going to make it in.
So okay, keep going.
And then the AFC. Oh my goodness, I don't know much about the AFC. Let me see if I get this right.
If you can't get it right, then we can just stick to it.
Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, either Tennessee or the Jaguars, depending on who wins this weekend. But as of right now, it's the Jaguars.
Yeah.
What's the Ravens, Chargers? The only LA team that has been relevant this year. Sorry.
Even though they're really San Diego, but
whatever.
Just stating the record.
The 7th seed, man, there's a lot of teams. There's a lot of things up for grabs in the 7th seed in the AFC. It's between the Dolphins, the Steelers, the Dolphins, Steelers, Patriots, and there's another team that I'm blanking on, but I know that there's a 4th team in play for that 7th seed.
I give it to the Patriots. Steelers, no. You know what? The Dolphins.
Dolphins, they have banged up quarterback issues, so I honestly don't see them getting in.
That's where Tua is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you say his last name?
I pronounce it Tagovailoa, but apparently it's pronounced Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. Okay, so I would say so the NFC. What needs to go right for the Cowboys to be? They're not going to get to the number 1. What needs to go right for them to get to the number 2? Or do you not know that?
I think that they just need to win and have the Eagles lose.
Well, but that possibly.
But then if the
Eagles lose, then the 49ers can come in and take the number 1 spot.
Exactly, and then the Cowboys would be the number 2.
The number 2
because they have the head-to-head over the Vikings.
So if they win out at number 2, which won't happen, I'm just unless the Eagles take a nice big shit.
And I mean, the Eagles may be resting their starters, dude. So the Giants honestly could win that game.
Yeah. So who would Dallas play?
They would play the winner of the 7th seed. So most likely Green Bay. Oh, if you're playing Green Bay, you're knocked out already.
Just go home, boys. Stop. Don't even try. Just stop. Just you know what? Just call it a day.
I have a question. Who do you prefer, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, or Tom Brady and the Buccaneers?
Brady.
Interesting.
With Brady, at least there's a chance. Aaron Rodgers, well, they both own Dallas. But Aaron Rodgers owns Dallas. Like, he's got Jerry Jones's number. He's got Prescott's number. He's got, who else did he play for? Romo. Yeah, he's got Romo's number too. So, like, I don't want the Packers. Because for some reason, when they're in Dallas or against Dallas, they know, oh, hey, whoa, we got to win. Dallas, if you guys go against Packers, go home. Just don't even try. Just close the stadium. Let the concerts beware, and just boom.
Just have Jerry Jones submit a letter of, we forfeit this game.
We forfeit this. Oh, we have 12 injured players. We can't play. So, okay, in order for the Dallas Cowboys to get the number 1 seed, Eagles have to lose, 49ers have to lose, and then there's someone else has to lose. Cowboys have to win out. I think that's the scenario.
Yeah, because again, they have the head-to-head over the Vikings, so the Vikings would not matter at that point.
Right, because they're the NFC North champ. They're pretty much set. They're at the number 1 seed.
They're gonna be the Vikings are gonna be, well, right now they're the 3 seed because the 49ers have the better record.
Right.
Not the same thing, but I feel like the number 1 seed is going to be between 3 teams: Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers.
49ers. And I think it's really between the Eagles and the 49ers. Because, yeah, the Cowboys can win out, but what if the Eagles win out? If the Eagles win out, don't they take the number 2 if the 49ers win?
No, the
Well,
Eagles would have the better record. So they
right.
would
So
be the
then,
number
okay,
1.
so then they would take, so then 49ers would be number 2.
Yeah.
Look, I said it in my video, and I don't know if you saw my shorts, right?
Yes.
So in my short, I said, Cowboys, just let the Eagles take the number 1. You take the number 5, play Brady. Because, yeah, he's washed, and you could possibly beat him. Again, Cowboys do what Cowboys do, and Brady does own you, but there's a possibility. With Aaron Rodgers, there's no possibility. That's like a 10-year-old wanting to go buy alcohol. There's just
the only reason why I don't want the Cowboys to lose or play the Buccaneers is I want someone to root for. I can't stand Brady, so I really don't care for rooting for the Buccaneers. I really hate Dallas.
You're gonna be wearing a Cowboy jersey during that game. I'd cheer for Washington if it was Brady and Washington.
Yeah, then again, I don't really care for Skip anymore, so I really wouldn't care.
So, no, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Cowboys will end up at the number 5 seed. That's the best scenario for them. They cannot beat the Packers. They cannot beat the 49ers. They can't beat a lot of other teams. Now, here's my problem. If they beat the Bucks, they go to the second round, they're gonna lose because if they can't beat anyone else in the league, well, why even be in the playoffs?
Let me see. Depending on
That's my take.
Well, here's the thing, and this is why I think this would benefit you. Is you do this. Say the Cowboys beat the Buccaneers, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, the Packers beat they lose to the Vikings, let's just say, even though, again, jury's still out on that one. The Cowboys would take on the Vikings.
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
And yeah, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw that Kirk Cousins is not that good, dude. Like, he's only capable of doing it when the team is less than him.
Listen,
the Commanders, the Colts.
I mean, listen.
All the Giants, like, dude, he couldn't come back against the Packers, and he couldn't come back against the Cowboys. That's an indictment on you, dude. Like, you can beat the teams that are less than you.
Against the Cowboys. Well, but he had that comeback game against the Steelers. Was it the Steelers?
Again, I don't care. That's a team that's less than the Vikings that the Vikings are supposed to be.
Well, yeah, that would be an interesting. If it's in primetime, yeah, Cowboys got it, because Kirk Cousins in primetime just don't connect. They don't go together. So, okay, I think that's all of our topics. What's coming up on your channel for Dallas week?
I don't even know.
Just pregame,
game, I guess. Yeah, just the pregame.
Pregame, right?
Yeah.
And we'll do a live stream on, if my family is nice to me, because it's been a really bad week with family.
Depending,
if we can do it on. If we can do it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or do you want to watch the rest of the games on Sunday?
Well, the thing is that the games on Sundays the game of Sunday on Sunday is going to be at 4:25 my time, by the way. So that's 1:25 your time.
Yeah, so I got to wake up at 12:30.
12:30 is a bargain, bro. Get out of here with that crap.
Still early. But what I'm saying is, do you want to watch the primetime game at 5 or do the live stream? Who's playing primetime?
The Lions and the Packers. I feel like the Packers have this in the bag, but like I said that before, and the the Lions surprised me.
Wasn't it a couple years ago when you released that video that got you 1,000 views, and you talked about Aaron Rodgers' playoff performance, and it was the most sorry thing you'd ever seen?
Yes,
Was that in the playoffs, or was that to get into the playoffs? I think it was in the playoffs.
That was in the playoffs.
Yeah. So let's watch that game. We'll do a live stream on Monday. We'll both post our pregame.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it Monday or Tuesday because hopefully, knock on wood, I'm gonna be out of town next week. So.
Oh, where are you going? Oh, yeah.
That.
We'll take your Mac. We'll do it from there.
Do I
anyway
want to take my Mac?
Oh, I was gonna say take your iPad. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't have an iPad.
Yeah. But anyway, if you have any other content, let me know.
I'll probably post like a short or something about the Packers game or something.
And look for a couple shorts from this stream from me. And
yeah, I'm stealing shorts from this too.
Yeah. We're going to be talking more about the games. We're going to be releasing more videos on the Cowboys to try and get everyone prepared for Washington week. So pregame should be coming out by tomorrow or Friday, more than likely Friday, because I am very busy today. That's when the pregame should come out. Oscar, by the way, stay backstage.
All right, cool.
Post game,
same here. Pregame Friday.
Pregame Friday, more than likely. We will have to release our post game on Sunday because I will be too busy Monday, especially if we do a live stream, and if not other things. So pregame Friday, post game Sunday, and yeah. Now let's get to that's it for me. But let's get to our score predictions. Oscar, your score prediction.
I don't know how Sam Howell's gonna look, dude. That's like the X factor for me. You know what? I say the Commanders will at least score 10. Yeah. Cowboys score 27. 27-10.
How did you get the same as mine? I was literally 27-10. Cowboys. Now Cowboys can do what Cowboys do. We might actually lose this game because you never know.
You know what? I say I say the Commanders score an extra field goal. I say 27-13.
Okay. I go 27-10, and we'll see who's right. Reminder that we are hosting this donation drive for Damar Hamlin. Hopefully he gets better. # Hamlin strong. All donations you can send to the PayPal on in the description. Every single dime will go to the towards the GoFundMe toy drive thing that cause that Damar Hamlin has. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
It's a toy drive. I thought it was Toys for Tots. I knew it was something like that.
Toy drive, Toys for Tots. One of the two. It's for kids.
Yeah.
Naeem's a child, so he'll be in that. Anyway. He's not gonna get any balls, that's for sure. Ouch!
He's not gonna get any toy balls that he didn't recognize on that brownie. and on that note, just at the stream.
Oh my god. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel. What are these toy balls? Woo! I don't know if I've ever laughed that much in my life or that heavy. I remember that day I was going to a barbecue. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel. Only press the post notification for soccer content. Press the post notification bell. I don't think you have any PayPal link or anything. No. Follow him on Twitter at OscarJMontiel37. No Instagram, right?
No, that's inactive.
No.
I barely use it.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at FluffyJA97. I almost forgot mine. I was going to say IB Almeida, but that's the other one. It's an old one I got rid of. I didn't get rid of. I just changed the name. And make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Give us a nice big sub if you like what we do, like what we talked about. Leave a comment. share with your friends and family. Press the post notification bell for all of our content, Cowboys, Dodgers, if they deserve it again, and Golden Knights, if they even deserve it. And any and all donations to the PayPal will be going to Damar Hamlin's toy drive. So go fund me for the toy drive. All right, we'll see you next time. Peace. Go Dallas.
All right, let me